Cameroun, l'Afrique en miniature.
Hello guys, it's great to have you join us here in QB. We are at the launch of the 10th anniversary celebrations of the CAG, the Cameroon Afro Gospel Choir, one of Cameroon's finest gospel choirs, who go about preaching the word of God, winning souls for Christ in the way they know how to do best, singing in the local languages of Cameroon and touching lives, not just in Cameroon, but also beyond. So we are at the launch. It's a 3-day event here in Kribi, and it has just kicked off now with the Cultural Echo section. And it's a very, very fine way to kick it off because they have begun in cookery. Now, choristers are known to be people with fine voices who sing, hit the highest notes, give the best harmonies to, of course, give you the renditions that are going to make you feel the best. But today they have done it a little differently, okay? They know how to sing, yes, but they also want to show us that they know how to cook and cook in a way that represents Cameroon from all the 4 cultural extractions. So the choir has been split into 4 different groups. A group representing the Sahel extraction, that is from the far north and Adamawa regions of Cameroon. Another from the Fangbeti extraction, the south, east and central regions of Cameroon. Then the grass fields, that's the west and northwest regions, and then not leaving out the Sawa extraction, which represents the littoral and southwest regions of Cameroon. They are all going to present a meal from such extractions, representing the extraction that they are under, and they are going to explain to us why they chose that meal and how exactly that meal represents that extraction, how exactly they can use that meal as well to touch so many lives out there. Well, if singing cannot make you to join Christ, maybe you can through your stomach, right?
CAG.
Love is the greatest.
Great. Good afternoon and welcome to the launch of our 10th anniversary through the Cultural Echoes. This is now a moment to show the world that as much as we preach the gospel through singing, we can also preach the gospel through the stomach, okay? We can also bring and win more souls for Christ by making them eat food. Good food made in Cameroon as represented by the 4 cultural extractions of Cameroon. So, dear Jews, this is the CAG, the Cameroon Afro Gospel Choir, split into 4 different groups representing the 4 cultural extractions of Cameroon. We have the Sahel, make noise.
One line.
Sahel is representing the 3 northern regions of Cameroon, the far north, the north, and the Adamawa region. We have the Fangbeti. Great. Fangbeti representing the center, east, and south regions of the country. We have the Sawa. Great. Sawa is for the littoral and southwest region. And then we have the grass field. Grass field for the west and the northwest regions. So every of these groups will presenting to us a meal that represents that particular cultural extraction, and we are going to be judging them on the following guidelines. Please listen very keenly to what we are judging you on. First, the taste and the flavor of your meal. What does this mean? It means that the balance of your spices, the seasoning, and the overall deliciousness. If there's too much pepper, you lose marks. If the salt is not passing, you lose some marks. 20 points for taste and flavor, okay? Next, we have presentation of the meal, the visual appeal, the plating, and the attractiveness of the dish. That's going to be for 10 points. We have the creativity and originality in the dish. This means the innovation while respecting tradition. We know that you're trying to emulate what the forefathers used to cook. The what is your own special touch that you're adding to that meal. That's what we mean here by creativity and originality. 10 points for that. We have cultural relevance, the connection to Cameroonian Afro Gospel heritage and local cuisine. That is for 10 points. We have hygiene and cleanliness. There's no need to overemphasize this one. If the meal is done in a very unpleasant circumstance, then it's not going to be tasty. So safe food handling and neat workspace counts for 10 points. That means that the judges will also be going around and checking your workspace to see how neat it looks while you're cooking your meal. And then last but not least, we have timekeeping, which is 5 points. I mentioned earlier that 6 p.m. means that you'll be putting your meal here at 6 p.m., not when you're taking your pot off the fire. 6 p.m. on the dot, we're expecting the 4 meals to be here on the table for the jury to begin the judging. So our jury today, please, we have Ma'am Bende, who is the social secretary of Redemption Choir. We have Mr. Fai, the music director of the same choir, Redemption Choir. We don't need to introduce how we have our own patronage. Just make some noise. Also there, we shall be having the president of Redemption Choir who will be joining us in just a few moments. So, are we ready to go?
Yeah.
This is our chance to show the world that you can also win souls for Christ through the stomach. I'm one of them, or you can win me, please. If your food tastes well, I may join the choir. So, if you're ready to go, we're beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
So in a few moments from now, we're going to be going around to check out what they're doing exactly, how the cooking is going, and talk a lot to one or two of these choristers. Okay, don't go anywhere.